This is code.org. Let's see what we're doing. Take all of the paint from a paint bucket as long as the painter object is standing on one. Okay, so implement the algorithm you wrote in writing the algorithm activity. Bloop. My students should probably have a paper copy of this. To have a painter object take all of the paint from the bucket. Now, I'm going to focus on the actual algorithm of this, regardless of that document. So tips. Check out Help and Tool tab for help with writing a while loop. Okay, so let's hit run and just see where we're going to start. What happens? Nothing. So I know right away I'm going to need to start by, well, making my painter object. I want to point out I'm going to use my resources and my students should as well. So let me go back here. There was an investigate and modify. Let me go bloop. Check this out. Oh yeah, here we go. So just a quick refresher for me. Oh yeah, create a painter object. And so I currently right here don't even have a painter object, right? So I'm actually going to go copy and head back over to my current one and I'll hit, I don't need an enter. I'm going to paste this, but I'm going to change this, right? I'm using this as a tool so I can remember what I'm doing. I'm going to create a painter object called dude. Cool. All right. Or just my painter, or Fred or Bob, or Bob it is actually, Bob. Okay, painter, Bob. Great. So now I have a painter. Let me hit run. Cool. There's our painter, Bob. Hello, Bob. Now, I need my painter to get to this bucket. So, and again, I can use my resources. Look, in their example, Jesse.move. Oh yeah, so that's something I can do. So I'm going to do Bob.move, and that should get me here. Now I need to turn right, and we've gotten very acquainted with there not being a actual right command, but I do know there's Bob.left, boom. And that is what we've seen many, many times before right here, is that you'll have to do it 3 times. And by left, of course, I mean. So let me hammer this out 3 times. And I'm going to add a comment. Okay, and let's see what I got thus far. Make sure to be testing your code often. It's easier to find mistakes. Okay, so now I'm going to need to move forward 1. Great, and now I'll be on the paint bucket. And so what did they ask me to do? Activity guide to have a painter object take all of the paint. Okay, well, and this is where a while loop comes in handy. And we can check documentation or the help tab. However, I think we got this, especially since I can view examples like right here in previous bubbles. So as long as Jesse.has paint, okay, so let me start writing my while loop. So I know while, and now I'm going to need the condition, right? Here, the condition has paint was used. So now I'm going to do, my painter's name is Bob, and let's say Bob dot, oh, well, it won't be has paint. How can I do that? Can move, that won't work. Oh, look, there's an is on bucket function. So now I'm going to say Bob is on bucket, parentheses. Now remember, if you name your painter something else, Fred, then all of these would need to be Fred. You need it to match throughout because this is the object we have created using the painter class. So now Bob is on bucket, and now I need some curly braces. Yep. And syntactically, I'll just have a space there. And what do we want to do? Well, they want me to take paint. So I'm going to say, hey, Bob, you take paint. Boom, boom, boom. And we can always check to make sure we know the names and methods by going to documentation and looking at the painter class. Keep this in mind if you're ever unsure. Now let's see if I broke something thus far. Cool. That's actually looking, take all the paint, test, run, cool. So, I have a lot of extra blanks here. Turn left. I'll put a few comments to explain. Remember, comments are for us, no one else, right? Comments are for programmers to read. The computer ignores them entirely. So I'll have a few more of these, and yeah, I'm liking that. Let's go ahead and Cool. Now let's keep in mind what's happening here, guys. We created an object. Our object is an instantiation of the painter class. That's a fancy way of saying this thing can do everything the painter class can do. I then asked my painter, Bob, to move. If you wrote Kelly here, they need Kelly everywhere. I then have Bob turn left 3 times, also known as a right turn, and move forward 1. That gets me here. Now, what actually makes me take all of the paint is my conditional statement. Bob is on bucket. So I am asking the computer a question here. Hey, Bob, is Bob on my bucket? And the computer says, I don't know, let me check. If I am standing here and there is a bucket of paint, this would be true. If this is true, right, so if this right here comes back true, the computer then will drop in and it must run the code inside these 2 curly braces. However, if this is false, oh, well, no, let's say it's true. So I take one thing of paint. It hits the bottom and it's going to go back up. And I'm saying, okay, well, how about now? I took one thing of paint. How about now? Bob, is Bob on the bucket still? And it says, I don't know. Zoop. Oh, yeah, because there were 6 items in that bucket. So now there'd be 5. And it checks again. Yes, it's 5, but it's still on it. So this is true. Okay, then I have to run this again. And it's going to keep checking for 3, 2, 1. Now, finally, I will take the last thing of paint, hit the bottom back to the top, and it says, is there any more paint? Well, there's not. I took it all. So this is false. Once that is false, guys, it doesn't run anything inside of this. It just drops me. And that's how I got all my paint. Onward.